outside of a bar in the area of Soldier Road when he was approached by a group of males, one armed with a firearm, who opened fire, hitting him about the body before fleeing. Investigations into this matter are continuing. More from the Nurses Union saga. ZNS News contacted the president of the Nurses Union, Amantia Williams, for a response. The Minister of Health, Dr. Dwayne Sands, on the settlement of the outstanding monies owed to nurses. She refused comment, saying only that she will meet with the Prime Minister on Friday morning. And 11 beauties vying for the Miss Bahamas Universe crown paid a courtesy call on Governor General Her Excellency Dame Marguerite Pinlan today at Government House. Miss Bahamas Universe pageant is set for September 16th at the Atlantis Resort. And that's a look at what's making headlines at this hour. For ZNS News, I'm Amajal Knowles.
When a hurricane watch or warning has been issued, it's extremely important to be prepared and know just what to do. Stay informed about the storm's path by listening to the radio or television for hurricane progress reports. Check emergency food and household supplies. Be sure you have extra batteries for your flashlights and radios. Bring in outdoor things like lawn furniture and garden tools. Anchor objects that cannot be brought inside. Secure buildings by closing and boarding up windows. Remove outside antennas and satellite dishes. Turn refrigerators and freezers to the coldest settings. Open only when absolutely necessary and close quickly. Purchase ice and store it in an ice chest. Keep drinking water in clean jugs and bottles. Clean your bathtub with bleach and fill it with water for washing and flushing, not for drinking, making sure to keep the bathroom door closed so small children cannot access the filled tub. Do not go out to videotape or take photos of the storm. Stay inside and take those pictures from where it's safe and dry. There's no harm in being overly cautious where a hurricane is concerned. It is truly better to be safe than sorry. This public service announcement has been brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas in conjunction with the National Emergency Management Agency.
G&M Appliances on Robinson Road has all your air conditioning needs this summer, like the Comfort Star 9000 and 12,000 BTU 13 SEER for just $399. Or how about the Comfort Star 18,000 BTU just $599? Or how about the Comfort Star 24,000 or 36,000 at the lowest prices possible? We also carry a large selection of air conditioning parts such as fans, compressors, filters, capacitors, or any part you may need. So, call today at 328-2083. We're located on Robinson Road.
At Myden's Wholesale, the concept is simple. The more you buy, the more you save. Yes, the more you buy, the more you save. This means that at Myden's Wholesale, when you buy in the same group 3 products, you get 15% off, 6 products, 20% off, and 12 products or more, 33% off. Myden's provides you with the largest selection of pantyhose, socks, t-shirts, school supplies, underwear, and much, much more. You can also sign up to be a reseller of BTC and Digicel top-up and to save 33% on your purchase at Myden's Wholesale. We also ship to the Family Islands, and that's not all, because when you shop at Myden's, you can pay your utility bills, send MoneyGram, RIA transfer, and purchase tickets from Sky Bahamas and Western Air. So visit Myden's Wholesale today at any of 3 locations, East Street South, Robinson Road, or Lower Bogey Luthra. Call 325-4434 or 676-4435.
As an artist, I travel all over the world and I find inspiration all around me. In the people, and especially the environment. I love the Bahamas with all its natural beauty. From Abaco in the north to Inagua in the south and all the wonderful and colorful islands in between. But we must all do our part to keep the Bahamas healthy and clean, now and for the future generations. That's why I want you to find a little time to do your part. I'm doing my part because I care. Do you?
You're watching the ZNS Network.
Let's talk about love, health and wellness, transformation, yeah, we got it. Discuss your breakthroughs, national issues. This show will take you there, yeah. Taking it step by step, living your best life yet. Getting stronger and living longer. Let's figure out the questions for ya. I need a little conversation. You need a little conversation. When you need a little inspiration, tune into the conversation. Talk about it on the conversation. When you need a little motivation, life is better on the conversation. Tune into the conversation. I need a little conversation.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the conversation. I wonder who's in there, because this is really tight. Is that you, Ashley, or Julian? I know it's not Emma, but hey, welcome to the conversation. How is everybody doing? Hope you all are well and enjoying your day. Today is going to be really incredible. We have, of course, the familiar faces around the table and somebody who is getting a new trend started with the new year on his school campus. We thought to feature him because we want to have this spread and just spiral and mushroom around the country. Welcome to the conversation. It is a healthy wellness Wednesday. Wealthy Wednesday, exactly. And so we're going to have a wonderful show today, a great conversation. You know the characters who are here: Shay, Tanya, Owen, and of course Delvano is hanging out with this bunch today.
Yes, I am, Shenique.
Absolutely. Delvano, you are super excited because of what your school is doing. You are leading in that crusade, you and the principal. And I asked you his name from yesterday.
His name is Mr. Colin Johnson, the principal of our Senior High School, one of the best public-private schools in the Bahamas, Shenique. And the country should be proud of that wonderful institution. So parents, if you have not registered your child for high school, please come down to R.M. Bailey from 9 to 3, and we're there to register your 10th grade students, Shenique.
What Shay and Tanya does not know. You all don't get it. What Shay and Tanya does not know is who this person. Well, Tanya, you know him, but you on this show, you have no idea. No.
I'm scared to see what's going to happen today.
No, you should not be afraid, Tanya. We're going to have a wonderful show on this wonderful Wealthy Awareness Day, Shenique. We came here today to celebrate Wealthy Awareness Day. Our teachers are back in school,
yes,
and we are focused on a brand new school year. And Shenique, what better way to celebrate a brand new school year without starting with ensuring that our teachers are healthy, so that we can share our knowledge with the children that will burst through our doors on Monday morning. Okay?
That's the B vitamins.
That's
the B vitamins.
Yes, I do.
See, that's the B vitamins. All that energy, that extra. Way to go.
Delvano, please make sure you share the live ZNS video. That's ZNSnews.com official Facebook page. Tanya, how, for the Ministry of Health and the Healthy Bahamas Coalition, how does this new, to hear a campus of the principal, Mr. Colin Johnson, of course, Delvano, who brought us to the campus yesterday, and just the faculty and staff committing themselves to getting healthy and a part of this overall national weight loss program.
We were so excited to hear about the initiative that happened yesterday and to see our young people at the forefront that encouraging healthy lifestyles, to changing our mindset from the youth, of course. It's so important, and it's something that we'd like to see duplicated in many schools. I know Shay has been doing work with the Stapleton School with backyard farming, and these things get us so excited. So you see how the B vitamins just passing along.
Yeah.
All the energy.
Yes.
So these are things that we're
B12.
The B12. So these are the things that we're looking for. If we're talking about being the healthiest little nation in the world, then these are some of the areas that we started. We always talk to the adults, and now it's time that we take it to the young people and take it to another level. Because as we've mentioned on the show before, it's the young people, they're more receptive, even children. They're the ones that'll continue to push the message. So this is an excellent initiative.
Absolutely. So welcome to the conversation. On Monday, Shay watched it. On Monday, Dr. Dwayne Sands was here. Yeah, and he, talked about some comments he made, but more importantly, talked about the state of this country and where this country is. And so, once again, Delvano, we commend you and Colin Johnson, the principal at R.M. Bailey Senior High School. And the reason he could brag, I know he gets a little
Oh, yes, I
excited,
could brag.
but the reason he brags, y'all, is because R.M. Bailey has been turning out extremely great results in the national exam.
Yes, we have.
Yeah.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have, Shenique. We have been doing exceptionally well in national examinations. And so we have to ensure that our teachers are healthy to ensure that that trend continues,
That's
to ensure
right.
that our
That's right.
students get the best quality of education provided to them, Shenique. And
Excellent.
so we have to make sure that they stay healthy.
Yes, sir.
And what better way than to encourage them to live healthy lives, exercising, and ensuring that they get those Unicity products and, and
absolutely.
exercise, what
Yes.
better way, Shenique?
Absolutely. Shay, welcome to the conversation. How are you doing?
I am good. Happy to be here. Happy to be a part of the Healthy Bahamas Coalition. And of course, Get Fit 21. Welcome aboard, R.M. Bailey. And excited about the new prospect that we have on board. We just had Dr. Nisha Ambrista. She has become a Get Fit 21 metabolic coach. So I just want to say,
Wow, congratulations.
welcome,
Congratulations.
Dr. Nisha. Yes.
Congratulations.
And she's definitely excited about being a part of this entire initiative and being a community partner to help the Bahamas to continue on this journey of getting fit.
Shay, you are also you are several kinds of coaches.
Yes.
You also are several kinds of coaches. You also a Get for 21 coach.
Yes.
And you've been doing, because we do and we'll hear from Owen in a little bit, but Tanya, we do this 21-day
21-day
Get
challenge.
One challenge, weight
Yes.
loss challenge each month since last November.
Yes.
What if you can, and I put you on the spot, but if you can just sort of a roundabout figure of people weight loss or inches or health being reclaimed?
Yes, wonderful question, Shenique. Excited about that question. As a matter of fact, in a group, we normally have about 10 to 12 person in a group. The last session we had 3 persons, and we did a total just over 100 pounds in that group. But more importantly, with the pounds, what we are watching happen with the Get Fit 21 is we're watching people lower their medication. I've already had 2 persons in the group since January have lost over 100 pounds with Get Fit 21. We've had persons actually lower their cholesterol with the Unicity Balance product. And in addition to that is we've had a husband and a wife team that kind of rekindled their relationship through our Get Fit 21 program. So I'm really excited about.
And talk about why that is, because of what this program involves, eh?
Yes, one of the things is the accountability part of the Get Fit 21, the camaraderie, the support, and you have to communicate with your coaches daily. And of course, if I have a husband and wife in a group, I'm going to make sure that they're communicating. And what I find is health is a good way to get families to come back together, to get families to be in the kitchen together, and also to get families to look at their health proactively. And so with Get Fit 21, I'm really excited to be a metabolic coach because we have seen the numbers. Owen just threw out the numbers last year. We are over 7,000 pounds.
Over 7,000 pounds.
Collectively as
Yes.
a team. And so I'm excited, Shenique, to continue to be a part of it. And I just want to say to Dr. Nisha, she said, Shay, how can we continue to tie in this stuff? I said to her, Dr. Nisha, once you get on board and become a certified metabolic coach, the rest is open to getting the Bahamas healthy and getting the Bahamas well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Owen, you heard Shay talk about the results, and I don't know if we are submitting these to the Ministry of Health. I'm not sure, but I know you all want to know the numbers so you can add to that national bank. But this is amazing. And then to hear her talk about also, and the reason I say Shay, there are many people around the country who are metabolic coaches like Shay. Right. You understand that, Delvano? That we have separate groups we work with to get people healthy, losing weight, and just their best selves. And talk about how, the relationships you've seen improved with couples and that kind of thing.
It's been a tremendous journey, Shenique. When we launched the 100,000 pound challenge January 1st of this year, and we had the Minister of Health and Tanya and Paho all represented at that event at the Hilton. Never did I imagine it would have this impact on the lives of our people. We knew it was a big opportunity, but we have seen in these groups, just like Shay said, we've seen families rally together. Where one of my favorite couples is a gentleman by the name of Chuck Fox. He started by himself, and his wife was like, she'd seen Chuck yo-yo and do things and stop. And she wasn't all in for it at the beginning. And I told him, keep doing it, and she'll see the change in you. And what happened was she now got on board. So now they work out together, they cook together, they're cooking healthy meals. And I pit them against each other to make sure he doesn't cheat.
Right.
And I tell him to watch her so that she doesn't cheat, and it's fun. And what we're doing is impacting lives one person at a time. And when we impact more lives, then the country's international scorecard improves. Then the strain on our resources are decreased. Then the impact of these diseases are decreased. But it all starts with a decision to go ahead and get healthy, to get fit. And you know what is strength? You know what is strength, my people? Strength is when you say, I need help. I can't do it by myself. We need someone to be accountable to. We need someone to push us. We need someone to pick us up when we're not doing as well as we should. And that's what these groups are designed to do. Bring communities together like R.M. Bailey. Can you imagine all of these teachers helping each other to be healthy, exercising after school, going walking together early in the mornings, making sure each other eat a healthy meal at lunch, walking in and say, what it is you eating? That's not on the list.
Yes.
And can you imagine the camaraderie and the friendly competition?
Telvano himself
I'm going to
keep
lose
them.
more weight than you.
Yes.
You know?
Can you imagine? No, what is what you eating?
Yeah, he's going to be the nutrition police.
Yes, absolutely. And so I'm excited about today's conversation because we're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about the Get Fit 21 program specifically to R.M. Bailey, but as a national program. But we're going to talk about different things that thwarts those efforts. Sugar.
Oh, that's a big one.
How protein aids in, and I'm discovering that even more now as I work out at Club One and train with Ashawn. Right. I'm discovering how important protein is because, boy, you could be wiped out. I remember a few weeks ago, Shay, you were talking about feeling so drained. And sometimes that, and listen, this me trying to get to be a vegetarian or vegan. But, if you don't do it smartly or something, you kind of need that protein. Then you have to know what to supplement for that protein.
Right.
You see?
And also with the role that minerals play.
Minerals are super important.
I mean, minerals are so important to the health. Carbohydrates. Not all carbohydrates are bad.
No.
What are the complex carbohydrates we should use, and how does it impact our body? What are the ones we should avoid? What type of protein should we lean more towards? Because not all protein are created equal. You can eat a lot of protein from animal sources that has a lot of fat, that has a lot of negative impact. So there's so many things that you can do. This body is a wonderful machine that God has given us. It will perform for us if we put the right fuel in it.
The right fuel in it, absolutely. Big hello to the Facebook audience. Nisi, I see you every time you come on this show and we talk about R.M. Bailey. Yesterday when I talked about how y'all presented that fruit basket and that little bag, that y'all gave us, she there talking about, Pacers.
That was a nice fruit basket too.
No, the fruit basket,
it was really nice.
Then they gave this little plastic thing to drink out of.
It was a cup, Shenique. It was a cup that we purchased for our back at school. As a matter of fact, we use a company that ZNS uses, Shenique, out of Fort Lauderdale.
Well, I saying you could call ZNS all you want. It's cheap. It's cheap and not.
Shenique,
yes, sir.
You guys are cheap. Our teachers are watching. Our principal would have spent a whole lot of money to ensure that our teachers.
No, I appreciate it though. No, it was really nice. It was really a great gesture. I will certainly drink water out of it.
Of course.
For as long as you can.
For as long as I can. And use that bag.
And use the bag, Shenique. Remember you promised that you would use that bag when you go to
the gym, of course. To the gym.
You remember R.M. Bailey?
Every time. In fact, I talked about it just today. And man, I did. I talked about it today. So big hello to Deborah, to Sylvie, to Colette, to Nisi. You have no idea. To Chef Maurice. He said it sounds like he wants to do something.
A cooking class.
But you know him?
No, I don't. I was in live feed.
Okay, Chef. A cooking class. He wants to come into a cooking class. Yes, he's a chef. Esther watching from Freeport. Hello to you, Esther. Esther, sure you know Esther.
I love Esther. Hi, Esther.
Yes, Esther, how are you doing? Siobhan, big hello to you. And Jana. Colette says, I can't wait. As a homeschool mom, I hope we don't miss you. I'm in Andros. She's in Andros.
Wow.
Yeah.
Andros.
So yeah, Nisi says Ellen Coakley School in Exuma had a program like this last year with teachers praying. And she's praying they start again this year.
Right. Well, I'll encourage Ms. Clark to reach out to us, because what we can do this year, we can provide you with the resources to help make that very fruitful for you, and those pounds can go into the National Bank as we try to lose this 100,000 pounds. So we can take every pound that Ellen Coakley has to give. We'll add it to our bank.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so Delvano, let's talk about, here it is, R.M. Bailey. I think you all are the first official school to come on board and say, hey, we teachers, we wanna be a part of something better, and like you say, be healthy to be able to execute our duties better and all of that stuff. Talk about the drive to be healthy, to get fit, and to have a healthier campus.
Well, Shenique, one of the things that drove me to actually start this initiative was my own story. Several years ago, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. I was in Doctor's Hospital for a while, and I was suffering very, very badly because of my health. And so I had to do some things to get myself back together in terms of being healthy. And it was that journey that helped me to realize that, in order for me to be an effective teacher.
How big were you?
I was almost 300 pounds, 298 pounds to be exact. And then I got the shock of my life being diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. And my doctor told me I was going to die if I didn't make the adjustments. He tried to put me on some insulin. However, I decided to use a natural remedy. I went on a low-carb diet, monitored very closely by my doctor. I started diet and exercise, and I'm here today as a living testimony that you don't have to take insulin for the rest of your life. You can make the adjustments, and you can live a healthy life. And I also had experiences where I saw some of my colleagues. As a matter of fact, several years ago, we watched one of our colleagues. He succumbed to some illness, and he just died suddenly in our presence at school.
Really?
And so yes, he did. Mr. Morgan, God rest his soul. And so and every day you have teachers complain of some chronic disease, sugar, high blood, diabetes, and the more you do your research, the more you look around, you realize that hey, these things we can avoid, we can stop if we decide to choose a different way. If we decide to exercise, change our eating habits, and that's the reason why we decided this year as a campus that we would do something collectively to ensure that our staff is healthy, so that we can provide the best education to our students. Because the reality is we can't perform at maximum if our bodies are not at maximum. And so therefore we felt this year would be the wonderful time to start and to get every single one involved.
Beginning of a new school year.
Beginning of a new school year. And so we thank you so much for bringing Club One and Unicity to our campus to share with us the wonderful products and services that you have to offer. And we are excited to start in the month of October a 21-day challenge to see how best we can lose weight, get off our pressure pills, medication, stop taking insulin. We are excited. We've heard testimonies, and we're teachers. We don't just take your word for it. We don't be online. You got to research.
Listen, you don't know what was going on.
We were Googling.
Tommy and Shay, when Owen was speaking, they were on their phones on Google.
Yes.
Researching to say, let me see what maybe he know he's saying.
And the reviews on the products are great, and we are excited to start. We're excited to begin this journey. As a matter of fact, one of the teachers came to me today, and she said to me, "Mr. Markinas, you don't have one of those little shots for me to try." They want to try. We are excited, Shenique, and we are excited to start this journey to ensure that we are healthy, so that we can deliver a better quality of education to our students. You talked about how wonderful our results are. Imagine how much wonderful our results will be, Shenique, if we are much healthier. Shenique.
Much healthier, exactly. Because the teachers have more energy and they feel
more
better.
Energy, we feel better, and we don't have to exhaust our 21 sick days. No. And so the ministry will benefit with us being healthy, Shenique. And we don't have to go to the doctor. We can do
and even beyond that, listen to the deep. I was thinking about this whole concept. What happens when a teacher goes into a classroom with 25, 27, 30 students, and that teacher's embarking on a healthy lifestyle, and their eating habits have changed? The students may notice that the teacher's eating differently, and the teacher starts to now see some benefit. They see that they have more energy, they're more focused, they're more alert, they don't have as much pain, they have less dependency on prescription drugs, and they just start to feel better. That teacher is now going to start to look at what are the students eating?
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
you're right.
Right? And it's going to, that teacher's going to reach out to Johnny or Susan or Sharon and say, something, tell your mommy she need to pack more of this. You should be eating. That will naturally, because teachers teach.
Yes.
So the teacher will start to pass on those healthy tips to that child in that classroom. And now you're talking about changing the entire culture
Yes.
of a classroom of 30 students. And when they go to the next grade, the next teacher, because it's a community effort,
right.
the next teacher is emphasizing the same principles.
Yes.
And you're talking about now reversing these childhood obesity, these pre-diabetes in our children, pre-hypertensive in our children, getting that turned around by getting them to now look at healthy options, and they now reach their parents. And that's how we can turn this thing
That's
around.
what I like about when you're watching someone's journey. It's reciprocal. So whether the teacher is saying anything, the students are paying attention as well. And sometimes even in not saying anything, they might be talking to another person about how their teacher is looking and feeling better. And so sometimes the student may not say nothing, but what will happen is you'll see the results manifest at a later date. So whenever you talk about health, we have to always know that we are, whether we understand it or not, we are mentoring. And we are also teaching, even if it's in silence.
That's right, because people watch you.
Yes,
That's a
they're
great
watching
People watch you. You
And
see?
when you think about it as well, the teachers, they have a bigger role to play in some of the students' lives than the parents themselves.
That's a great point.
So if it is, I'm watching my teacher's eating habits, and then she's encouraging me, Tanya, don't eat this. No more honey bun and Coke soda. You need to cut that out for breakfast, not even lunch, for breakfast. And then I might complain, but if she's showing me how and why it's important, Tanya, you don't need all of the sugar. You're just going to crash by break time.
And
then these are serious things that
and
we
you
have to
brought up
encourage.
that dangerous word, Tanya, sugar.
Sugar. Listen, hold it
Oh
right
my
there, because we're
Lord,
going to
man.
get there.
And the school zone.
And I want you, and the
Sugar
school,
at
I
the
want you to
school
listen to
zone.
this, and I want to say a big kudos to Miss Hepburn. I'm not sure of her, I think Cheval
Hepburn,
Hepburn. She said she loves soda.
Coke soda.
Coke, to be exact. And she has not had, I know, right? Flashback. She has not had one Coke soda during all of summer.
What?
Yes.
I have to get her one tomorrow.
No, you don't.
Cheval Hepburn, don't
She's
you,
a teacher?
don't, she's
Yeah,
a teacher
she's a
there.
history
She
teacher
was,
at
and she
At
was
RM, she was there
Yeah,
yesterday?
she was there yesterday.
She was there
I
yesterday.
also want to say hello to Katie
That's
Moss.
amazing.
I'm not sure of her last
Katie
name.
Lloyd. Lady Katie Lloyd.
Katie
yes.
Lloyd.
Yes, Lady Katie Lloyd, not Katie Lloyd. Lady Katie Lloyd. Yes.
Oh, that's her on the campus,
Yeah,
lady.
she's Lady Katie Lloyd.
Lady Katie Lloyd.
Yeah.
Big hello to you as well. I knew those two.
Should we curtsy?
No, of course, yes. Yes, absolutely.
Lady, yes.
Yes, Katie Lloyd. And so, big hello to them, because I know, and I was happy of Cheval saying how
That's
she
a
has not
big-
had
that's a big thing.
one soda all. She said, oh, but the kids like to come and bring me a Coke soda and say, Miss Hepburn, we bought this for you.
gifts.
Yeah.
So I said, don't you have those kids do that to you?
Let them change the
Yes,
habit.
you've been over 2 months now without one soda, so
You'd
stay
be
away.
surprised what that breaking that habit has done to her life expectancy and quality of life.
We're going to talk about it, because we want to talk. I want you all as well, you, especially you and Shay, to talk about, especially for him on a school campus, just the dangers of soda.
Yeah.
Dr. Sands was here on Monday, and he said, listen, the diet or the regular, leave both alone.
Yeah, he said leave both alone.
Leave both alone.
He did say that.
So we are going to take a first break this afternoon. This is The Conversation. It is a healthy, wealthy, wellness Wednesday.
Ooh, you got it.
Yes, I tell you. Listen, also to come, we have our wonderful beauty tip. There's the health. Beauty tip from Spa of Eden. And we also going to, absolutely. And we're going to just, of course, tell you so much more. But when we come back, we're going to look at the sugary drinks. You heard Owen say that teacher that stayed away from sodas for 2+ months during the summer period, and what she did to her body. We're going to talk about that, and we're going to talk about the whole sugar breakdown. Stay exactly where you are. The conversation comes back right after this.
When a hurricane watch or warning has been issued, it's extremely important to be prepared and know just what to do. Stay informed about the storm's path by listening to the radio or television for hurricane progress reports. Check emergency food and household supplies. Be sure you have extra batteries for your flashlights and radios. Bring in outdoor things like lawn furniture and garden tools. Anchor objects that cannot be brought inside. Secure buildings by closing and boarding up windows. Remove outside antennas and satellite dishes. Turn refrigerators and freezers to the coldest settings. Open only when absolutely necessary and close quickly. Purchase ice and store it in an ice chest. Keep drinking water in clean jugs and bottles. Clean your bathtub with bleach and fill it with water for washing and flushing, not for drinking, making sure to keep the bathroom door closed so small children cannot access the filled tub. Do not go out to videotape or take photos of the storm. Stay inside and take those pictures from where it's safe and dry. There's no harm in being overly cautious where a hurricane is concerned. It is truly better to be safe than sorry. This public service announcement has been brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas in conjunction with the National Emergency Management Agency.
G&M Appliances on Robinson Road has all your air conditioning needs this summer, like the Comfort Star 9000 and 12,000 BTU 13 SEER for just $3.99. Or how about the Comfort Star 18,000 BTU just $5.99? Or how about the Comfort Star 24,000 or 36,000 at the lowest prices possible? We also carry a large selection of air conditioning parts such as fans, compressors, filters, capacitors, or any part you may need. So, call today at 328-2083. We're located on Robinson Road.
At Myden's Wholesale, the concept is simple. The more you buy, the more you save. Yes, the more you buy, the more you save. This means that at Myden's Wholesale, when you buy in the same group 3 products, you get 15% off, 6 products, 20% off, and 12 products or more, 33% off. Myden's provides you with the largest selection of pantyhose, socks, t-shirts, school supplies, underwear, and much, much more. You can also sign up to be a reseller of BTC and Digicel top-up and to save 33% on your purchase at Myden's Wholesale. We also ship to the Family Islands, and that's not all, because when you shop at Myden's, you can pay your utility bills, send MoneyGram, RIA transfer, and purchase tickets from Sky Bahamas and Western Air. So visit Myden's Wholesale today at any of 3 locations, East Street South, Robinson Road, or Lower Bogey Luthra. Call 325-4434 or 676-4435.
As an artist, I travel all over the world and I find inspiration all around me. From the people and especially the environment. I love the Bahamas with all its natural beauty. From Abaco in the north to Inagua in the south and all the wonderful and colorful islands in between. But we must all do our part to keep the Bahamas healthy and clean, now and for the future generations. That's why I want you to find a little time to do your part. I'm doing my part because I care. Do you?
We are their mentor. And when we live long enough to see them succeed, then we know that we have done a great thing. Because that's what we're here for.
Once we get to the kids and we can get Jesus in their heart, then if only we affect one child, that child goes to school in the neighborhood where they might have at least 30 children in the class, and time they spread that good joy, that would be tremendous.
Red and white,
Red and white
uniform,
candy
yeah.
stripe, yeah.
Welcome back to the
we change
conversation, guys. Your uniform is different.
Yeah, change the uniform.
What color is your uniform?
On Monday, Shenique, come and bring the camera crews and you'll see. Greet us on Monday morning.
So no more red, no more red.
No more red.
That was a staple for so many
Yeah,
decades.
man, everyone knew R and Bailey by those colors.
And now it's time to change and adjust, and so we have changed the uniform. We have a brand new image, and I welcome all parents, all stakeholders, come and partner with us as we seek to bring about change in this country.
So come there on Monday and
come
celebrate everything
celebrate
that's new.
with us, everything that's new. As a matter of fact, we're celebrating 50 years this year, Shenique, and so Monday come with the camera crews. That's party. Let's welcome our students back to have a wonderful year, Shenique.
Yes, we have a question before we go into the Get Fit 21 program, etc. And the how sugar just thwarts everything that we work for. And boy, it's difficult. It ain't just, getting the teaspoon of sugar or something like that. It's sugar is in everything. Everything. Sugar in this bottle of water, I bet. You know what I mean? Sugar everywhere. Sugar is...
Sugar has so many
it's
hidden names.
Hidden.
Yes.
You see, that's
Hidden
another thing.
names.
Well, we'll get to that in a minute. But Colette says, hello again. The question is, how can students eat healthy in schools? She said, is this initiative supported by lunch vendors and tuck shops? All of these are reasons that I decided to homeschool. I noticed my son, who is on the autism spectrum, behaves much better when he eats healthy. I think we need to get kids into this practice from they are young. It is hard to eat healthy in a country that imports over $1 billion in food and can't even feed 30% of our country. I applaud your efforts. You are doing so well. Thank you very, very much, Colette. That's a very important question.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't know, and I don't think, Colette, I'll tell you this, I don't think even the Minister of Health or Education can really sufficiently answer that right now, because that lunch vendor thing is a
right.
touchy thing. Eh?
Yeah.
Shenique, that is a good question. Let me just say this. You're right. That is a touchy subject, but I can tell you I've had the good fortune to be with the Stapleton School since 2015, and I took it upon myself to train every lunch vendor, every student, and the teachers for a period of a term, and now the lunch vendors at the Stapleton School is adhering to that. And so I just think we have to continue to reach a school at a time. And I think for us that are in the community that have the knowledge and the experience, I think this is how we can give back to our community by teaching, because I realize some of the vendors out there, they want to do better, but they don't exactly know how to go about it. And I think as we continue to talk about Healthy Bahamas Coalition and this community effort, I think we'll continue to reach more schools.
Yeah, and you also have parents have to realize that they have a lot of influence.
A lot of influence, yes.
And so the primary source of good nutrition should be at the home. We understand that can be lacking because of the parents don't know any better. Mm-hmm. But parents can actually agitate at their school to have healthier options at school. Now, I know there is legislation in place that talk about healthy foods in the school zone areas, and there is a move afoot now through the Ministry of Education to have more teeth, more control, so that these rules and policies are adhered to by vendors. But the minister said it on Monday when he was here, Dr. Dwayne Sands. He said that years ago, his mother made sandwiches. And my mother made sandwiches for me to take to school, whether it was egg salad sandwiches or, right? And we would have lettuce and tomatoes on it. So we would have healthy lunch to take to school. So it really starts from home, but parents agitating for healthy options and teachers that are pursuing a healthy lifestyle can go a long way in determining what food is served around that school.
And that's
coming up a little bit.
Sorry.
That's okay, Tanya. At 5 o'clock, I just want to put it out there early. I want a parent of a school child or the school child themselves to call in, because what the management here, led by our general manager, you think it's only Aaron Bailey and Colin Johnson doing stuff?
Aaron Bailey and Colin Johnson.
We'll check out Kalisa DeVoe Isaacs and the BCB. Thank you.
What?
Very good.
We are giving away 2 school bags.
Oh,
nice.
2 school bags today. So after the news at 5, I will open the phone lines, and the phone lines are open now if you want to ask a question, comment, participate. But I'm saying, if you can, the first caller after the news at 5, talk about how you plan on being a healthier student or parent, making your student
that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yes, accountable and healthier.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Awesome.
Yes, and so that happens after 5. 2 school bags to give away. Okay. So yeah, absolutely. Tanya, go ahead. I do apologize.
And that's not a problem, because I love the initiative. And adding to what Owen says, it takes the village, it takes the principals and the teachers. I remember when I went to Cleveland Enos Primary School many odd years ago. My principal at that, 5 years ago, let's go with that. My principal at that time, Ms. Helen Simmons Johnson, she did not allow any, what do you call it, back trunk vendors to be around the school selling candies and sodas and things of that nature. So because this was something she pushed, everyone else continued and started to have a more healthier appetite. And early this week, the Healthy Bahamas Coalition posted suggested healthy school snacks on social media. So there's something that you could also take into consideration. So I don't go quickly to talk about some things, maybe some apple slices with organic almond butter or peanut butter, maybe some strawberries with yogurt. Maybe some strawberries with yogurt. Making homemade granola bars. Of course, be careful with the sugar. Homemade. Yeah. I tell Vanna, we know you don't want to cook.
It's pretty simple to make, actually.
It is. Yeah. And what's good about that? You control the sugar levels.
Yeah.
Right. Again, we remember we talking about sugar first coming up. And get into that. But we have a cell phone caller holding. Michael, thank you so much for holding. Welcome to the conversation. Are you there, Michael? Hi, Michael, are you there? No. Okay, Nisi says education, just as you said, and social services are encouraging lunch vendors to sell healthy food. Inga chimed in, and Inga says that lunch vendor thing is people's bread and butter, but they have to be trained, and they can be trained, like Mrs. King said, to make healthy options for the kids.
Right. See, it's what they're selling, not that they're selling.
No.
They can make a living, but let's start to swap out some of those things that are allowing our children to go into the classroom with no nutritional value.
But just to bring some light as to what's going on, I am aware that there are lunch vendors that provide healthy options in our schools.
Yes,
and so I think you guys were talking about the role the parents play, and so I think parents have to encourage their children to actually take advantage of these healthy options. Right. I know at my school on a regular day I can go to a lunch vendor and get some boiled vegetables if I want to.
Right, a boil up.
Yeah, boil up. Some
at school.
At Aaron Bailey High School on Robinson Road, I can go and purchase a boil up.
Aaron Bailey's gourmet.
Some baked chicken.
Aaron Bailey's gourmet.
Yeah, we have a gourmet. Our lunch vendors are top notch, and so parents send your kids to Aaron Bailey, and they will have top notch nutritional food options.
Yes, absolutely.
Excellent.
Yolanda Jones says there is an initiative and tuck shop booklets that they should adhere to, but do they? I doubt it. There isn't a department that ensures that they do. You're right. There's nobody there who is policing, basically. She says there isn't a department that ensures that they are. The Minister of Health has already discontinued school health from public schools. I don't understand that part. Public school health. I don't. Anyways, I know now that Yolanda, they have doubled up on their initiative because of what's happening here on campuses around the country and kids.
Let me tell you something. If we don't aggressively go after our school-age children who are operating at a 40% overweight obesity clip,
that's right.
Where we see these diseases manifesting at an earlier stage, you know what's going to happen? That's going to result in these young people living less quality of life, because when these diseases come on, it's going to start to affect them earlier in life, which means where we look at it now as in 50s and 60s, they'll be struggling in their 20s and 30s with these diseases, and our communities are going to miss 30, 40 years of productivity from these individuals.
Absolutely. Hi, Michael. You're back. Welcome to the conversation on a healthy, wellness, wealthy Wednesday.
Is that right?
Good afternoon, Shenique. Good afternoon.
Excuse me. Sorry. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, Shenique, you touch, the gentleman there touched on the topic, what I wanted to say, that this thing with the healthiness has to begin with the parent. You have to teach and train your child in the way that they should go. And if the parent doesn't tell the child what is healthy or not, what you think if the parents at home, you may have all this healthy food going on or lunch going on in school, but when you get home, the parents are still giving them the same thing. I say that to say this right. I have a 12-year-old son, and my son refused to drink juice or water at most times. The most he drinks is milk. I'm not juice or water. Juice or soda. The most he drinks is milk and water. Anytime I take up his food, or his Grammy gave him his food because his mom is deceased, he would always say he wants water or milk. You see, because that's
Michael, you set that example, huh?
His mommy set that example. I'm going to give it a credit. He saw his mommy always drinking water without milk. So he followed in the same footsteps. I doesn't drink soda in my food either, but I must say he got that from his mommy. And he's only 12. And I don't have to buy juice for school if I don't want to. All I have to do is make sure he drinks milk in the morning, and during the day, he carries his water to school, and if he wants the Tracy, there were a few times I went to school and he had a soda, but that's just rare. That's just not my everyday occurrence.
Yes.
That may happen like every other 3 or 4 weeks time before he drinks a soda. So, I guess his mommy kudos for that.
Mm-hmm.
But what I really want to say, Shenique,
yes, sir.
I want the school to cut out this chicken and fry stuff. Because that's the most they are selling at the schools to children.
Yes.
Chicken and fries. Chicken and fries.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't it be chicken and lettuce with tomatoes or something like that? Why don't it have to be chicken and fries? Chicken and fries.
Yes, a lot of schools do that.
A lot of schools do the fries.
You're saying that chicken and fries isn't sold on the campus of Bailey?
The chicken and fries.
They sell fried chicken, but not the fries. But I'm aware of. They sell fried chicken.
Shay, what you clapping for?
That's an option because, Shenique, let me tell you something. When it comes to the children, if we really want to encourage and help them to stay proactive, we need to take it away from them small time. And when you look at food combining, the chicken is a better option outside of the fries. And then these children are more likely to add a salad to that option. So that is a much better place than having the combination together. So I applaud you for that. I applaud you for that.
Michael, that is amazing. Good that you and your wife, particularly your wife, sets that example for your son.
Yes.
And
he's growing so healthy, and he's not overweight or nothing like that. But so bad to those parents who allow their children to. Even if my son goes to a party and he's given sweets, he bring the candies home and they bring the food for weeks.
Yeah.
He doesn't even eat candy.
That's good.
That's really good. To do not get into that peer pressure kind of thing. You know what I mean?
And you lose the taste for it too.
You do.
Honestly, I want the schools to cut out this chicken and fries. Make it, even if you have the fried chicken, add some lettuce and tomatoes.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Mike. Yes, Michael. Michael, thank you. And your voice was loud and clear because Owen hold that thought. We have Yvonne, who is a lunch vendor, on the line. I'll be interested to hear what she has to say. Hello, Yvonne. Thank you for calling into the show today. Welcome to the conversation.
Good afternoon, Shenique, and good afternoon to your panel.
Good afternoon.
My name is Mrs. Yvonne Cooper. I'm a lunch vendor and also the former president of the Food Lunch Vendors Association.
Welcome.
So I want to share a little with you all.
Yes, ma'am.
We have a complimentary standard for healthy school lunches. I sat on the board in the Ministry of Education in 2005, and we had a panel with our board, with doctors, where we came up with this book. Many lunch vendors can go to the Ministry of Health on Beacon Street, and they can get a copy of this book. Also, what we teach, we put many programs together where we train the lunch vendors how to prepare healthy meals for the children. When we say a balanced meal, we teach them you will have a starch, a vegetable, and a meat. So back in the days when I went to school, when we got burgers and sandwich and macaroni and coconut, that is no more.
Coconut
and
tart
like
thing.
your principal said, his school, the gentleman, where he has his boiled, tell him our school, we have our boiled, we have fish.
Yeah, Yvonne, I was surprised to know that you all offered boiled food because Delvano was just in here saying he gets boiled food from his lunch vendor.
And I get grilled fish. I get grilled fish and grilled conch.
That is so true.
Yes.
To school. My biggest seller is my salad. I would prepare a grain salad. I would put shrimp. Sometimes I do the chef salad, and you name it, we do the salad. That is one of, and I was so surprised to see how the children love it.
Yes, very, very good.
They love it.
Yvonne, which school do you work at?
I was at Dawes Johnson. Now I'm at LWL. And we do train the lunch vendors. Trust me, our vendors do an excellent job. The majority of them do an excellent job in preparing a healthy meal for the children. And we have the teachers that comes out and support us.
Yes, apparently, yeah. This is exactly what Delvano was telling us. And I want to congratulate you. If you were first at Doris Johnson, now you at L.W. Young. Sounds like a very healthy offerings at the schools that you're at. And that's good. Yes,
I wanted to ask you a question. Are the lunch, when you're talking about lunch vendors, you're talking about those that are preparing hot meals. What about those that are selling packaged snacks, chips, honey bun, Little Debbie's, sodas, that type of stuff, and not serving hot meals? That's a different vendor, correct?
No, sir. That is not a lunch vendor. That is under the Department of Ministry of Education. I fall, and the vendors fall under the Department of the Ministry of Education, really. So we are trained, we are regulated, and we are licensed vendors.
Right. See, and I think that's when a Bahamian or a parent says lunch vendor, I think that they're talking about anyone that's providing food to the students, which can be right, not knowing that there is a certified, trained person professional that provides healthy lunch, hot options.
Yes.
And there's someone that's selling packaged carbohydrates in a bag in the front of the school as well.
In essence, sugar. Yes.
Yvonne,
listen, congratulations.
Related to the vendors that are in the front of the schools that selling those candies and stuff, no, that we are not those vendors.
Okay.
We are the licensed vendors that come under the Ministry of Education.
Yes, Yvonne, thank you so much for. First of all, you shed a whole lot of light here today.
Yes.
So thank you very much, and also continued success in providing healthy meals at L.W. Young.
Thank you very much, and I listen to you every afternoon, Shenique. You continue to do a wonderful job, and I applaud you on all of your shows. May God continue to bless you and strengthen you.
Absolutely.
You go, girl. You are the best. Love you.
Absolutely, Yvonne. Thank you so much. Thank you, and God bless you as well this new school year.
Another wave of glory.
Oh, yes, hallelujah.
Some collection up in here.
Yes, thank you. Listen, don't forget, after the news at 5, we're giving away school bags. You want to call in and tune in, whether you're a parent or a student, okay? Stay exactly where you are. The conversation comes back right after this.
Miden's Wholesale East.
The Saffir-Simpson Hurricane Wind Scale was developed in 1971 by civil engineer Herbert Saffir and meteorologist Robert Simpson, who was the director of the U.S. National Hurricane Center. It was introduced to the public in 1973 and began to be widely used a year later. Inspired by the Richter scale that measures earthquakes, the Saffir-Simpson scale was divided into 5 categories. Originally, the Saffir-Simpson scale also included predicted barometric pressures associated with the various wind speeds, as well as the relative kinds of damage that could be anticipated. However, because those predictions were found to be very inaccurate, just a few years ago, the warning system was changed to include only the wind speeds, which were also adjusted upwards in the higher categories. A Category 1 hurricane has wind speeds between 74 and 95 miles per hour. A Category 2, 96 to 110 miles per hour. A Cat 3, 111 to 129 miles per hour. A Cat 4, 130 to 156 miles per hour. And a Category 5 hurricane will have winds from 157 miles per hour and up. This public service announcement has been brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas in conjunction with the National Emergency Agency.
I lived in fear for my life. I lived in fear for my children. I lived in fear of how I'd provide for them. I thought that he would change when he promised he would, and I forgave him every time he said that he was sorry. I became devalued as a human being until one day I ceased to exist as one.
Let's talk. Call the Bahamas Crisis Center's free 24-hour hotline at 328-0922. Sometimes a conversation can change a life.
When school ends, BTC summer vacation begins. That means freedom to switch it up and break a few rules.
Like a flying over season. When she touch down, she not stop call me. And I nothing for me breed, girl. Me want no cute like a Bob Marley. Me fix them.
Freedom to mix and, of course, mingle. Freedom to go wild and take the fun to a whole new level. Join the BTC Summer Vacation for exclusive rewards, cool prizes, and more.
Okay.
BTC, the bigger, better network.
Welcome back to the conversation. Yep, we absolutely, we are here all break talking about the fact that we learn a lot. Yvonne, thank you so much about the whole lunch vendor situation and how that works and whatever. But apparently lunch vendors who are certified by the ministry are really doing a better job and a good job at providing healthy options for lunch. Here's your skincare tip for August 29th from Spa of Eden. Maintaining your skincare routine, very, very important. But especially if you're working out and stuff and you sweat and you leave that grit and grime on your face for a while, it can end up into pimples, just from working out. And so here it is. Find the right skincare regimen and stick to it. Your first step should be visiting an esthetician. Based upon your responses to specific questions and a physical examination, she'll be able to point you in the right direction regarding products that will benefit your particular skin profile. The most important thing is to find a combination of products that will work well for your skin and stick to a morning and evening regimen. This will not only help skin achieve the results you desire, which are clarity, youthfulness, and of course the glow up, but also help maintain and defend against the issues you detest. And those are acne, wrinkles, and sun damage. And so this is really, really super great
information, again, from the Spa of Eden, located at 151 Trinity Plaza. That's West Bay Street. The phone number there is 322-7785. 322-7785. Book your appointment today. Let's get cute together. Nisi on Facebook Live says, my aunt used lunch at Ellen Coakley. She sold baked chicken. Listen, come on, Ellen Coakley in Long Island. You know Long Island is ahead, though. Long Island is ahead on these islands.
Ellen Coakley Shenique is an exuma.
Oh, sorry.
Correct you.
Ellen Coakley, yes, she just said Ellen Coakley.
Excuse me. First of all, you are not here. I think NGM major. Because I've heard great things about them.
Yeah, that is a good school. Yeah.
You don't ever flipping come on this show.
Shenique, I thought to bring. I thought to ensure that you provide the correct information for your audience.
And correct the flipping host.
I thought to assist you.
Nisi,
I didn't want to bring the person's call.
Wait, he lost a couple of pounds. Now he out of
you are still fluffy. You need to lose weight.
Out of control, man.
Listen, Nisi, you see how this boy, this your pacer friend. You see how he just
get off this incident now. He going crazy.
Yes, I mean. So here it is. Nisi says my aunt used to be a lunch vendor at Ellen Coakley in Exuma. She sold baked chicken with salad. This is Exuma, man. Chicken sauce, good, tuna, and pasta salads boiled up. And the teachers and students would ask her to cook health. Oh, wow, Exuma is ahead.
Yeah.
They requested this.
That's good.
That she cook healthy foods for them because they were on a diet and trying to eat healthy. That is
and I guarantee you that initiative was probably started by a teacher.
Yeah.
That drove that in that culture in the students.
Yeah. Really amazing. Really, really awesome. And so listen, Owen and Shay, when we come back after the news update, we are going to talk about sugar.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about carbohydrates, which and all of that is, you know what, we'll wait. We'll talk about it. But of course, they are good carbs.
Yes.
You know, we know it in that Get Fit 21 program that we do. We push those good carbs. And you will hear more about those as well. And of course, Dilvano, by the time you all come on board in October, you would be a student of all of this.
Yes, I will
to ensure that you keep everybody on campus accountable.
I'll be 20 pounds.
But they say healthy food tastes bad.
So
no,
you
not at all.
Fluffy anymore.
Especially, I want Colin Johnson, and I want to commend Colin Johnson, the principal at R. Bailey.
Yes,
He
my
has
good
signed
principal.
up.
My good principal has signed up. to go to Club 1 and the Fit 21 Challenge.
Yes, absolutely he has. And he's coming on board in October as well.
That's going to be awesome.
Stay exactly where you are. News at 5 is straight ahead.
Tune into the conversation. Talk about it on the conversation.
The views and opinions expressed on this show or program are not a reflection of the Bahamas Radio Network and, as an extension, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
I need a little conversation. You need a little conversation. We can go wild with the conversation.
It's 5 o'clock. Time for news, highlights, and weather to the hour.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Good afternoon, Bahamas. I'm Amajal Knowles with your ZNS News headlines at 5 p.m. Providence Advisors Waste Resources Development Group Consortium will be the new operator of the New Providence landfill. The new company promised $130 million transformation of the landfill. Environment Minister Amal Ferreira says negotiations should be completed within 30 days. For years, the landfill has been plagued with fire that has caused discomfort for residents in Jubilee Gardens. Making carpentry more attractive is the goal of skilled carpenter and instructor at the Nassau Christian Academy, Carl Curry. Curry told ZNS News recently that technical and vocational studies in the public school system is crucial when it comes to enhancing the construction of major buildings and properties. And Bahamians Shawnee Miller-Weibo, Donald Thomas, and Stephen Gardner will be competing in the last leg of the Diamond League this coming Thursday and Friday. And that's a look at what's making headlines at this hour. For ZNS News, I'm Amajal Knowles.
When a hurricane watch or warning has been issued, it's extremely important to be prepared and know just what to do. Stay informed about the storm's path by listening to the radio or television for hurricane progress reports. Check emergency food and household supplies. Be sure you have extra batteries for your flashlights and radios. Bring in outdoor things like lawn furniture and garden tools. Anchor objects that cannot be brought inside. Secure buildings by closing and boarding up windows. Remove outside antennas and satellite dishes. Turn refrigerators and freezers to the coldest settings. Open only when absolutely necessary and close quickly. Purchase ice and store it in an ice chest. Keep drinking water in clean jugs and bottles. Clean your bathtub with bleach and fill it with water for washing and flushing, not for drinking, making sure to keep the bathroom door closed so small children cannot access the filled tub. Do not go out to videotape or take photos of the storm. Stay inside and take those pictures from where it's safe and dry. There's no harm in being overly cautious where a hurricane is concerned. It is truly better to be safe than sorry. This public service announcement has been brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas in conjunction with the National Emergency Management Agency.
G&M Appliances on Robinson Road has all your air conditioning needs this summer, like the Comfort Star 9000 and 12,000 BTU 13 SEER for just $3.99. Or how about the Comfort Star 18,000 BTU just $5.99? Or how about the Comfort Star 24,000 or 36,000 at the lowest prices possible? We also carry a large selection of air conditioning parts such as fans, compressors, filters, capacitors, or any part you may need. So, call today at 328-2083. We're located on Robinson Road.
At Miden's Wholesale, the concept is simple. The more you buy, the more you save. Yes, the more you buy, the more you save. This means that at Miden's Wholesale, when you buy in the same group 3 products, you get 15% off, 6 products, 20% off, and 12 products or more, 33% off. Miden's provides you with the largest selection of pantyhose, socks, t-shirts, school supplies, underwear, and much, much more. You can also sign up to be a reseller of BTC and Digicel top-up and to save 33% on your purchase at Miden's Wholesale. We also ship to the Family Islands, and that's not all, because when you shop at Miden's, you can pay your utility bills, send MoneyGram, RIA transfer, and purchase tickets from Sky Bahamas and Western Air. So visit Miden's Wholesale today at any of 3 locations, East Street South, Robinson Road, or Lower Bogey, Luthra. Call 325-4434 or 676-4435.
Taking it step by step, living your best life yet, getting stronger and living longer. Let's figure out the questions for ya. I need a little conversation. You need a little conversation. When you need a little inspiration, tune into the conversation.
Just like the hello, welcome back to the conversation. I would like Julian Anderson Roll, if you could please come in here, Julian Anderson Roll, because remember, we are giving away this, we have 2 school bags to give away. Thank you so much to the general manager, Kelisa DeVoe Isaacs, and the BCB. She is putting a smile on the faces of 2 families today here, and it comes in handy because we're talking about lunch vendors and having your kid eat healthy at school, and even teachers eat healthy, and we have R.M. Bailey represented here joining the crew here, and so if Julian can put in an appearance, that'll be great. But so what we're going to do is I'm going to acknowledge my sponsors as I wait for him. So here is the sponsors. Thank you so much. Ministry of Finance, thank you so much for coming on board the conversation and supporting the show. The Ministry of Finance, keeping things nice, you know, keeping us balanced. I heard there was a minister who said the other day that we're just a hair's breadth away from another downgrade. Ministry of Finance, Minister of Finance, what do you say? What sayeth thou? What sayeth thoueth? Also, today we are being brought to you by Almighty Computers. Almighty Computers located on Market Street and East Street South, providing mega sales on computers and DVDs. If you're looking for that particular movie, I wonder if you all have Greenleaf.
Season 3.
That's a series.
Who watched Greenleaf?
I do.
That's
Yes,
a
on
series.
Netflix.
Look at
Yes.
child. Listen, when ZNS went to Andros in June, my roommates, Jiminita and dang, she gonna kick me for forgetting her name. The female camera girl. Oh my God. She's gonna kick me. It doesn't come to not Ashley. No, not Ashley. Ashley, remind me of her name because she's gonna kick me. But they were watching Greenleaf. They had it on Netflix. Yes, they pulled it up, and it must have been the older seasons. OMG,
Season 1 and Season 2.
Yeah, I was like this. So I say all that to say, I wonder if Almighty Computers have those on DVD. Who knows? I don't know. But your favorite movies on DVD, and they have DVD days, and on the days that they specify for DVD days, guess what? Movies are just $1. Super, just $1. We also being brought to you today by Maiden's Wholesale. Everybody is super excited about Maiden's Wholesale, and that is because Maiden's Wholesale has wholesale prices for you. That's right. You don't have to be a store coming in to purchase. No, anybody can walk in the store and just pay wholesale prices. And get this, an additional 20% off. They have men's white undershirts, girls' knee-high socks, sporting socks, nylon socks for boys, uniform shirts for girls and boys, singlets, also backpacks and totes, geometry sets, composition books, Papermate pens and pencils, and also you can do some business while at Maiden's. You can transfer money and pay your bills as well. Maiden's has 2 locations here in New Providence, Robinson Road. The number's there, 601-3305 or 326-7449. East Street, the number's there, 676-4435 or 325-4434. And in Lower Bogue, Eleuthera, 335-2087 or 699-5087. We also being brought today by S&M Uniform. S&M Uniform, but now they are doing incredible stuff this back to school season. S&M Uniform is giving 50%.
What?
Half off of all uniforms for the following schools. Yes,
not just
yeah, I know, right? Not just one school.
Sock uniform.
Sock uniforming. Not just one school either. Several schools. Get this: C.I. Gibson, C.R. Walker, Let's see if R and Bailey, boy, S&M, y'all gotta get in on this one.
No, I think they're going by what in that area.
What in their area? They cater to the people in their area because it's on Marshall Road, so it's deep south. So H.O. Nash, Gerald Cash Primary, S&M also making it very, very even easier for residents in Carmichael Road, Marshall Road North and South, Faith Avenue and Pinewood Gardens, an additional 10% off. Additional. The schools there, Anatole Rogers, Prince Will, C.V. Bethel, S.C. McPherson, Bahamas Academy, Sadie, Curtis, and Cleveland Aeneas. S&M uniform 3610126, 3610126. A big hello to GM Appliances. GM Appliances has specials on ductless units, starting as low as $399. Give them a call today, 328-2083, 328-2083. You guys heard money managers who were here yesterday, and the fact that they are making it so much easier for you to get out of that credit card debt, among other things. Listen, that is freedom, eh? Prism. So yes, they're giving loans for that at only 10%. So it's about half of what the bank is charging, that 18 to 21%. 10%. Get rid of that credit card debt and all the other little debt, the furniture store, whatever it is you got going on, that vacation that you took 80 years ago and still paying for. They wipe that out for you. Money managers. Also, Club One Fitness Center. Thank you so much, Club One Fitness Center, for partnering, especially with this Wednesday show. Just encouraging a healthy Bahamas. They were there at R and Bailey yesterday and get a lot of teachers on board to work out and get healthy. And here's what they did, Tanya, that the Ministry of Health and the Healthy Bahamas Coalition would love to hear. Because of the Get Fit 21 program, they have given 4 consecutive free days to the faculty and staff at R and Bailey to in honor of the 21-day challenge.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. That's really nice.
4 free days.
That's a lot of things to celebrate for just today.
Yes.
I mean, the 7,000 pounds lost, the extra days.
In excess. That's probably more than 8,000 now.
Right? So we talked about that. We talked about the change that's going on at Go Pacers, R and Bailey.
Great R and Bailey Senior High School.
Pacer Country.
Pacer Country. Yeah. Sorry, we got to get it right. And then of course we have the Stapleton School, Catherine, who also doing these great initiatives. So this is it. This is why we're here. This is the platform to celebrate and to push our community forward.
4
Every
free
little
days.
bit counts.
Absolutely, 4 free days.
Full access
to everything.
That's unbelievable.
Club One Fitness Center, and of course the Spa of Eden. Thank you all so much for coming on board the conversation and for supporting the show and for partnering and making life great. Welcome back. I see we have Miss Johnson holding. Miss Johnson, thank you for holding. Welcome to the conversation. Miss Johnson, are you still there? Mr. Randolph Bolin, welcome to the conversation.
Oh, it's me.
Yes, how are you?
Yeah, good afternoon. How are you?
Good afternoon. Good, thanks.
A very pleasant afternoon to you and to the nation. I actually want to say a good afternoon to all students preparing to go back to school come Monday.
Yes.
Some are already in school, like Nassau Christian Academy and others perhaps.
Yes, some already back in school.
So wish them a successful school year. I heard you have two set of goodies.
Yes.
Giving away this afternoon.
Yes, giving away 2 school bags. So it looked like you were the first parent.
Yeah, man.
Which one of your daughters are you I know you're speaking for the household, but which one of your daughters is going to get the school bag?
I think I'll give it to the Angel, Kyra, the last one, the 10-year-old.
What grade is she going in?
She's going in grade 6 at Cartney Francis.
Okay.
Primary school.
And how do you plan on making the household healthier and her school year healthier?
Well, I am overdue to get some blueberries from Bahamas Food Service.
Yes.
That's our favorite food. I love berries because berries are brain food. And I'm going to get some strawberries, but the strawberries will come after the blueberries. When I can get 2 sets of berries, I normally buy them wholesale to get the whole case. So I get the blueberries and then the strawberries and any kind of berries, but I go by the berries. So because usually when we have the berries, everyone get a crate. It's about 6 or sometimes you get about 8 in one cartoon. And it's healthy food. You can make smoothies and so on. You put it in your smoothies with the bananas. So that's the program. I want to confess something that happened over the summer.
Yes.
Remember the girls love to read, right?
Yes.
So one of my okay, baby. The day after I called in about the reading when you spoke about the reading.
Yes.
One of my daughter was hiding in the corner reading when she had a chore to do, and I took away the book from her, and now I can't find the book. And it's a library book, so I got to dig up and search all around to know.
Oh dear. But look, but you know what? Your girls, Aman, I wish I could give you 2 of these bags because they deserve it. They really spent the summer reading and doing incredible things.
Yeah,
And
so I got myself in trouble because I haven't found the book as yet.
yes, and so, well, you look like you're going to have to buy that book.
Yes, correct, but I have trying
Yeah,
to
but
avoid
listen,
it.
Randolph, I thank you so much for supporting the show and tuning in.
And I want to compliment you, man. It seems you have a ton of sponsors. That's like when you were elsewhere.
Yes, listen, my sponsor list is growing.
Yeah, I see that.
Yes, absolutely
where to
growing.
be.
They know it. Listen, this here is the best platform anywhere to advertise your business, your event, your product, your merch, whatever it is you want to get out there. The conversation is where
Because the
where it
station
is.
also covers the nation.
Yeah, listen. Let me tell you where we are. Let me just brag. We are streaming live on YouTube. That's ZNS Network. That's right. We streaming live on Facebook. We on television. We on 3 radio stations. We go into the world.
Have
Understand?
mercy,
It
no, don't
get
get
better
me in
than
trouble
this.
now.
Yes, it don't get better than this. So Randolph, you don't be trying to stray, please, before I take this bag back.
No, I say, man, that's why I'm here.
Yes.
I got
Okay.
your number in my head, you know.
Yes,
I always program your number in my head. I
Okay.
don't have to look at a piece of paper and look at a telephone book.
Okay, awesome. Listen, congratulations. Come here and pick it up. Bring your ID,
Yes, no
Randolph
problem.
Bolin, and I will leave your name out front.
Be good.
Come more towards the afternoon.
Okie dokie.
Okay, thanks so much.
Welcome. Bye-bye.
The numbers to call into the show are 325-5403, 325-5404, 325-5405, or Family Islanders 1242-300-8255. Owen and Shay in particular, let's just get into hey, hi Monique in Chicago. Big Monique, you hear I push out there like that? Yeah, girl, we all over the place. Randolph, you heard me? I say hi Monique in Chicago. And international. And there is Nisi watching in Exuma. Understand it well. So yeah, let's talk about we talking about these school bags and what they should involve or what the kids can get from lunch vendors, etc. Let's talk how we could just ruin everything by things we eat.
Right. And sugar. Sugar is one of the most devastating things that you can put in your body. Sugar leads to a spike of insulin and in your bloodstream. And so when you start to bathe your body with sugar, which can be simple carbohydrates, so we're talking white bread, white potatoes, pastries, cookies, candies, white pasta, instant oatmeal. That's those flavored oatmeal like cinnamon and
wait a
apple.
minute. So you're trying to say
instant
that-
oatmeal is high in sugar.
Yes.
Now
You're
it's a
right.
difference if you have steel cut oats.
Yes, yeah.
Not
Wow.
instant oatmeal. That one was cooked so quick. It's very high in carbs. It's a simple
Plus,
carb.
it's enriched as well.
Right.
One of you in the microwave for 2 minutes.
Instant potatoes. Any processed food, anything in a bag like chips and stuff like that. Jams and jellies, juices, dried fruit. A lot of people think when they eat
Dried fruit, yeah.
raisins and cranberries, they are very high in sugar and simple carbs, as well as syrups, yogurt. So when you buy your yogurt with strawberry and peaches in it,
So the yogurt with fruit, you're saying?
yes,
Mixed fruit.
it's best to get a
That
non-fat
has
yogurt.
sugar in it?
Yeah,
Yes.
the fruit is very, very sweetened. So you get your non-fat plain yogurt, and you cut up your blueberries and strawberries, and you put it in there. And one thing the gentleman said, blueberries. See, berries are loaded with fiber. Fiber offsets carbohydrates. So that's why berries are so good. It's loaded with antioxidant. It's a great snack. And so, yes, that parent is on the right track. And Shay, you want to jump in?
Yeah, I just want to jump in there because we're talking about yogurt. I just kind of want to reframe how Owen said that. When we look at yogurt, we want to keep the fat in because when the fat is in, the sugar is out. But again, you want to have the whole
That's the good fat.
Right, the
Right.
good fat in the
Yeah.
yogurt, and then you want to add the berries in it. So you want to look at the full fat yogurt and adding berries into it because once the fat is there, the lactose is removed.
Right.
And so that, and of course, they have them in smaller options. But again, like Owen said, you want to stay away from those yogurts that actually have the jellies or the jams to the bottom of them. You want to cut up your own fresh fruit. And just like the gentleman said, berries are the way to go because they're loaded with vitamin C and antioxidant. And that's a great way to keep the immune system built up for children just starting school this new semester.
Right.
I like it. I like what you say.
And when you talk about sugar, and we spoke about it one time before on the show, Shenique, we talked about the glycemic index.
Yeah.
And anyone can go on their phone and Google glycemic index for foods.
Yes.
Right? If you're a parent and you want to eat more foods that are 55 or lower. Every food has a score. That score represents how quickly that food turns to sugar in your bloodstream and how it impacts your glucose levels. So when you eat foods that are high in glucose, you store fat. You are more susceptible to diabetes and obesity. You're more susceptible to heart disease and these NCDs that Dr. Sands has been talking about. So you want to limit foods that are high on the glycemic index.
Right.
56 or above, but definitely nothing over 70.
56 or?
Yeah, 56 or above is high.
Right.
But between 56 and 69 is okay moderately. Anything over 70 and above, you should have that maybe once a week.
What foods give you that 70 and above?
Things like all the white stuff.
And dried, concentrated fruits as well.
All the chips and the dried fruit.
Yeah.
And one of the best things you can do is to eliminate liquid calories. Water. Coconut water from the tree. Water. If you can get those bottles that infuse and put the lemon and the berries and let that get the natural flavor out of the fruits. We have to take away those calories, and the liquid calories is terrible. And then
break down the liquid calories.
Okay. You can get from a soda more sugar than you should have in a day. Way more sugar than your daily recommended. And what's so bad is a lot of these liquid juices and drinks, they use high fructose corn syrup, which is 10 times or more worse than raw sugar, than regular sugar.
Oh, let me chime in right there. I have to say this. Owen is correct. Literally, when we talk about sugar, even if you talk about white sugar in comparison, which is really terribly, when we talk about specifically high fructose corn syrup, not only that we're dealing with the number one not to have a liquid sweetener, but in addition to that, there is more than 80% of the corn globally that is genetically modified. So you have two factors why you should not be drinking any juices or anything or any food for that matter, including snacks. Those gummy bears, those type of thing, and they're loaded with high fructose corn syrup. So parents definitely want to look at that because there are studies out there now that high fructose corn syrup is leading to a lot of attention deficit disorders, a lot of behavioral issues, and a lot of.
Does it just affect kids or even adults?
See, it affects everyone.
So it changes the brain then.
Yes, the chemistry of the brain, and in addition to affecting, because we're talking particularly about children, and unfortunately, we are depending on the parents having this information. Shenique, we talk about technology, but when it comes to information, in my opinion, I think information is one of the highest commodities in the world. And I think parents really have to take the opportunity, especially going into this season, to turn those labels around and read what it says. And if something has high fructose corn syrup in it, you should not in any way be contributing this to the diet of your children.
Yes. And sugar. So I want parents and anyone listening to understand that when we talk about sugar, it's not just the sweet stuff. So anything that's above 70 on the glycemic index, you should have that maybe once a week.
Yes.
Cornflakes is 81.
Man, listen.
So here we are telling children, eat your cornflakes.
So wait a minute though. Doesn't cornflakes have on that box 8 minerals and vitamins?
And it may have it. But
It's
what
enriched,
percentage
though.
is it? It could be very small. See, the simple carbohydrate outweighs any positive benefit.
Right.
So it has a high calorie value but low nutritional. So the exchange, you're not winning on the exchange.
So Owen, I won't break that down even further. It's like when you stretch your Kool-Aid. When you stretch it. So when you buy in this cornflakes, literally two things. Not only that the supplements in it, the nutrients is minuscule, like tiny bit, but in addition to it, it's all enriched. And when something is enriched, in most cases, not all, it is synthetic form of vitamins.
Right. It's not a natural.
No.
Right. See, you got to get the vitamins from minerals or herbs or plants.
For me, food.
So breakfast cereal ranks very high in converting to sugar quickly in your bloodstream.
Which breakfast cereal?
Cheerios is 74. Instant oatmeals is 79. Porridge is like 78. Cornflakes is 81. Any cereal, because anything in those boxes, and you got to tear that bag open and pour it out.
Fruit Loops.
And see what happens now. Your child eats a big bowl of cereal. Then you have some bananas on the table that have those black spots. They already started to get sugar. So they slice those bananas on top of it.
Yes.
And then they eat that and they go to school. But what happens with foods that are high on the glycemic index? In other words, they are very close to pure sugar. It converts quickly to sugar in the bloodstream. Your body burns through it very quickly. So what happens? You eat that cereal, you eat those pancakes with syrup on it, you eat that muffin, your child walks to school. By the time they get to school, they've used all of that, they put the extra for fat, now they're hungry again.
Right.
So they eat again because they burn through the sugar so quickly. When you eat complex carbohydrates like steel cut oats, like high protein, low carbohydrate breakfast, like the meal replacement that we have to complete, that has all these vitamins and minerals in it. When you have that, what happens? Because it's complex carbs, it breaks down slower in the bloodstream, which means you stay full longer.
Right.
And you don't have the glycemic spike, so you don't burn, you don't store fat, you burn fat, and it helps to manage your blood sugar over time.
I just want to add to that too, Shenique, what Owen just said. When we talk about the spikes, the glycemic spikes, how that relates in children is these children really they're extremely hyper. These children can't settle down. So when you are a teacher and you're looking at these children, you say, why are you all just all up in rows today? You can't seem to settle down. These are the children in most cases that is dealing with these with the glycemic spikes and index, and really much these children now need to only put water in the system to allow the body to come back into homeostasis. It's so important that we not only look at sugar, but look at the effects that sugar is actually having on our children's ability to be able to comprehend and learn while they're in school.
And sugar does two things that a lot of people are not familiar with. Number one, sugar feeds bad parasites in your gut. Bad parasites eat sugar, good parasites eat fiber. So when you eat a diet high in sugar and carbohydrates, simple carbs, you fuel that, so now your microbiome, your gut health in your stomach comes out of whack, which can lead to other problems in the gut. Number two, sugar is an accelerator for brain disease. Brain disease has now climbed the ladder in causes of death worldwide. It's in the top 5, brain disease like dementia and Alzheimer's. So when you eat a diet high in sugar, you are also contributing and increasing your risk of developing brain disease sooner. And that's besides the high blood pressure, the diabetes, and all of these other things that go with it, and obesity and stuff like that. Yes. So someone just sent me a text, wanted to know my number so they can talk to me more about it.
I'll let you both give your numbers in a minute. And I already put Shay's contact here on the live feed. I'll put Owen's as well. But Tyrone says that you are 100% correct. Liquid calories put more weight on you faster.
Yes.
We also have Will watching. Exactly. Wilbert Stubbs watching. Colette says those gummies also stick to your teeth and give cavities.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's another problem.
Exactly. Wilbert Stubbs is watching. I think he may be in Grand Bahama. He says, hi, Shenique. I'm watching and enjoying the show. Owen is right. We have to be careful with our sugar intake. Everything has sugar.
Yes.
We need to read the ingredients. Soda has sugar. Juice has sugar. All the cookies and cereals have sugar. Even sugar has sugar on it.
Yes, yes, that's right. And you know what else too? A lot of people eat rice crackers. Rice crisps.
Rice
Say,
cakes.
oh, I'm being healthy.
Yes.
They are 87.
Yes.
You may as well go eat some chocolate chip cookies.
You're right as well.
Wow.
And another
but isn't there some that aren't flavored, the rice cakes?
Well, even if it's so you have to realize it's not so much the flavor. What is it made from? See, it's a simple carb. It turns to sugar so quickly.
No fiber.
Now, and that's why you have to not just pick something up because of what's on the front of the label, because those companies are in marketing.
Of course.
They are trying to sell that.
Yes.
They want you to buy it. So they use terminologies and words that have an impact on your brain to think it's healthy. Turn it around and get into the details of what that product is all about.
Margaret Elizabeth asked, what about cream of wheat? Is that a good thing?
Cream of wheat is okay, but the problem is when we eat cream of wheat and even some oats, what do? We load it up with brown sugar. We load it up with syrup. We load it up. So when you're talking about a breakfast porridge, the best thing is a steel-cut oats. Yeah. That's one of the best things you can have, steel-cut oats. And you add fruits to it without any sweetener and let the fresh fruits bring it to life.
Shay?
Okay, when it comes to cream of wheat, we're talking wheat. Unfortunately, the traditional cream of wheat today is enriched and it's stripped.
Right, it's a
so we have
different-
to.
right.
So it's a different cream of wheat. Now they do have cream of wheat in the food store. It's a better quality. But what you want to look at is what you refer to as a whole kernel cream of wheat.
Or ancient grain.
Yes,
Something made
or
from
an ancient grain
grains, right.
cream of wheat. And remember, bulgur is a wheat. Spelt is a wheat. So you can look up cream of spelt, which will still be a cream of wheat.
Oh, okay. Boy,
And
learning
also
something
diet
today.
sodas.
We can get there. We're gonna stick
Oh my
stick a
God.
pin.
People
stick
think
a
diet
pin.
sodas is healthy.
I have to take a break. Stick a pin right there because diet. You touching a lot of people with them diet soda right
Coke
now.
Zero.
And Coke Zero. Listen,
Savannah,
Lord,
just see poked right up. See,
I was a Coke Zero fanatic. Yeah. So Colette says cream is filled with calories as well. She means the canned milk. I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah.
filled with
Evaporated
calories.
milk.
That's filled with plenty
Yes.
of
Oh,
things.
you know condensed milk has sugar.
That one. Stay exactly where you are. The conversation comes back right after this. Stay close.
G&M Appliances on Robinson Road has all your air conditioning needs this summer, like the Comfort Star 9000 and 12,000 BTU 13 SEER for just $3.99. Or how about the Comfort Star 18,000 BTU just $5.99? Or how about the Comfort Star 24,000 or 36,000 at the lowest prices possible? We also carry a wide selection of air conditioning parts such as fans, compressors, filters, capacitors, or any part you may need. So, call today at 328-2083. We're located on Robinson Road.
At Miden's Wholesale, the concept is simple. The more you buy, the more you save. Yes, the more you buy, the more you save. This means that at Miden's Wholesale, when you buy in the same group 3 products, you get 15% off, 6 products, 20% off, and 12 products or more, 33% off. Miden's provides you with the largest selection of pantyhose, socks, t-shirts, school supplies, underwear, and much, much more. You can also sign up to be a reseller of BTC and Digicel top-up and to save 33% on your purchase at Miden's Wholesale. We also ship to the Family Islands, and that's not all, because when you shop at Miden's, you can pay your utility bills, send MoneyGram, RIA transfer, and purchase tickets from Sky Bahamas and Western Air. So visit Miden's Wholesale today at any of 3 locations, East Street South, Robinson Road, or Lower Bogey, Luthra. Call 325-4434 or 676-4435.
When school ends, BTC summerfication begins. That means freedom to switch it up and break a few rules.
Like a flying overseas and when she touch down, she not stop call me. And I nothing for me breed, girl. Me want no feud like a Bob Marley. Me fix them.
Freedom to mix and, of course, mingle. Freedom to go wild and take the fun to a whole new level. Join the BTC Summerfication for exclusive rewards, cool prizes, and more. BTC, the bigger, better network.
So, no song. I say yes, mom. No, mom. Please, thank you. Hello, excuse me. Sorry, you're welcome. Hi, goodbye. Good morning. Good evening. Good day. Good night.
How many miles per hour? Or how much miles per hour?
Mind your manners, just mind your manners, boy. Mind your manners, just mind your manners, son. Mind your manners, just mind your manners, now. Mind your manners, just mind your manners, come. Mind your manners, just mind your manners, now. Mind your manners, just mind your manners, say. Mind your manners, just mind your manners, now. Mind your manners, just mind your manners, say. When it's time to socialize.
Welcome back to the conversation, guys. I have a surprise for, we already have one winner today, Randolph Bolin. He is getting this for his, I think, 5th or 6th grader. Yes, 6th grader. And I'm going to, Randolph, I'm going to show off this bag to you right now in a minute of exactly what's happening. It's fantastic what's in this bag. But I want to say big hello to, of course, who's watching. So you're going to talk about diet sodas in a minute. Tyrone said, listen, hold back on that. Don't hit on this Coke Zero like that. Don't come with all that force. Natty Dread, hello to you, is watching. We have Linda Russell watching from Pembroke Pines, Florida. She says the show was very informative and she's enjoying it. And so thank you all once again for continuing to watch and participate today. And also share the video. Really wonderful to have you watching today. Randolph, I see you on our live feed for YouTube. Once again, if you want to stream live with us on YouTube, it is ZNS Network or ZNS Network Bahamas, okay? And you have your say. So Randolph, let me show you what your 6th grade daughter is going to get. By the way, the camera lady is Ilka Rogers.
Oh, you got it.
My general manager. The general manager. The general manager said, Ilka Rogers. Yes, thank you. But look at this. This is so fantastic. Randolph,
nice.
Look, exactly. This is 200 pages. 200 pages, wonderful, good composition books, really fantastic. Then look at this great PE bag she's getting, Randolph. Even her main school bag. It's really, really super. Nice, strong, and, can really carry a lot. And let me tell you, she has a highlighter, a mouse pad. She has a highlighter. She has a wonderful notepad. I get a bag like this. A nice notepad. Nice, right? Margaret said, she didn't get a bag like this either. But yeah, the notepad with the special pen and everything is marked. Listen to me. When you tell people, Miss Bolin, where you been and what you got for the summer, show off this ZNS thing. This is a wonderful highlighter. 3 different highlighters here made, and it's so nice and cutesy. A little girl would love it. It's made in the form of a triangle and 3 different colors. There is a ruler. There's pen and pencils and really, really nice. And boy, ZNS could.
Man, y'all look great.
Look at no, we don't. We always been leaders in the industry, girls. We always been the doggone leaders. What y'all thought? Look at that. Awesome. So Randolph, this is what your daughter got. And this is super. This is how I kind of walk about with. And so what you could do, of course, is draw this like this. Yes.
Draw string.
Yes, and put it on your back.
Profile.
1 strap, 2 strap.
Or I like that. I like this. I wear it sometimes like this too. Or do it like this, which is also nice. And you walk on campus, you do what you got to do, and you feel good. So Randolph, once again, your name is on this, Randolph Bolin. And so, yeah, we are going to give another, matter of fact, the lines are open. Another parent or student can call, and you can win yourself a wonderful gift bag. That is super. Not you, Tanya. You've been out of school. You've been out of school. You work with the Ministry of Health and the Healthy Bahamas Coalition. Focus on that right there.
But students, each of us are students. We're lifelong learners.
So therefore, we all could get backpacks.
Right. Okay. Here's the deal. You have to be in grade 1 through 12. Thanks.
Oh, gee.
Yes, thanks. Matter of fact, it's better if you're in grade 1 through 6. It's awesome. That's all I'm saying. Brayman, thank you for holding. Welcome to the conversation. Hi, Brayman.
On voice along with you, pretty Shenique.
Yes, sir. Hi.
Okay, and Shay, how are you?
I'm good, Bremen. How are you?
I'm all in, thank God.
Good.
My brother, I called you to ask you a question. You were saying something about dried fruits, right? And you basically give it a negative. But the thing is, what I've known and understood, that dried fruits
You can actually get iron reserves from other sources like dark leafy green vegetables that have a higher concentration of benefit without the negative impact of that food item. So it's all about risk and reward. What is your return on your investment, right? I can invest $1 and make 1 cent. I can invest $1 and make 10 cents. So you have to look at what is the trade-off. How much of that mineral or the benefit are you getting from that food? And then what is the other negative things that come along with it? Okay? And that's what this is all about. The iron or the benefit from dried fruits is not worth the carbohydrates that goes along with it. Or the sugar. So you need to find a better source of achieving that reward that does not give you the negative implication with it.
Also, too, Brayman, what we're talking about is transition. If you were someone that was consuming white sugar solely, now you can actually do very little, and it's it's every other day in terms of things like raisins or cranberry. But just like Owen say, ultimately, this is something that you want to get away completely, and so that would be a transitional fruit. But definitely, when you talk about fruits, you want to always look at your whole fruits, because dried fruit, the concentration of sugar on the glycemic index will really take you out of a spike. So that's something that you want to stay away from.
Yes, and that's why it's so dangerous for diabetics to consume added sugar. It's like playing with a loaded gun.
Yeah. But does diet soda have added sugar?
Oh, yes.
My God.
Because here's Tyrone, and I don't understand what Tyrone into. Tyrone says he's a diabetic and he's trying his best, but he's drinking a Coke Zero right now.
See, the thing is, some of the diet sodas are sweetened with substances that are worse than sugar.
Right.
Yeah. When you use aspartame and all of these other ingredients that are not natural, that are man-made to enhance the flavor, they have serious negative implications, and many times they are much more sweet or much more negative for your glucose than natural sugar is.
Right. And plus also too is outside of even looking at the diabetic issues and the spikes, a lot of people who drank regular soda, and I heard the doctor said that there was a time when he would recommend drinking diet soda over the regular soda. And he stopped that because, see, people are just thinking about diabetic issues, but when you are trading off one illness for the other, I mean, really what the intent is, when you look at things like aspartame, saccharin, all of these artificial stimulants, they have an effect on the brain waves. They have an effect on your heart. And so the long-term effect, and a lot of these artificial sweeteners are now being linked to things like osteoarthritis as well, rheumatoid arthritis, because they actually store themselves in the joint, as well as now the liver has to actually work in abundance in order to filter these things out. And so if you're trading off, like I like to say, pick your poison. And so we're encouraging you to not pick poison at all. So if you're drinking soda and trading it off for diet soda, you're not in a better situation. So we're encouraging you not to drink soda at all.
And it's all about steps. We want you to start to progress to a healthy lifestyle. And it starts with making better choices. For example, one can of Coke, one can of soda has about 150 calories. You have to jog for 19 minutes to burn 150 calories.
At what pace? Not if it's just
at a moderate pace, not jogging, but you forming.
No,
you gotta sweat.
So on a scale from 1 to 10, that's like about a 6 to 7.
If you drink 4 sodas in a day, you gotta run 20, 40 an hour and 20, 40, 60, 80 an hour and 20 minutes
to burn that off.
Just to burn the soda. That ain't the rice,
right.
That ain't the macaroni,
or
that
the crackers.
The bread, that ain't the cookies, that ain't nothing else. That's just the soda. And you can burn the calories, but the impact of the sugar, the damage has been done.
Yes.
You can't reverse. You can't burn the damage from the sugar.
So you can't run that with the sugar bit off.
Because it's already impacted your glucose. It's already into your bloodstream.
Yes.
You see?
And that's why...
pardon me, Shay, 1 second. We have on the YouTube live streaming. By the way, the YouTube, listen, Facebook, let's get this happening because YouTube is just jamming here. The YouTube audience, big hello to you all at ZNS Network. Latoya McDonald is watching from, she says, this conversation is very, very informative. I plan to beat the streets of Lower Bogue in North Eleuthera dead bad in an hour because exercise is a must. Yes. So Latoya, congratulations, and you continue doing it right there in Lower Bogue Eleuthera. We have Tarpon Bay Eleuthera watching as well. Lillian Carey. That's right. Lillian Carey is watching, says she's watching from Tarpon Bay Eleuthera, and she finds it very informative. We also have Dr. Bonamy watching from Abaco.
Oh, she's a beast.
And we have a number of... don't start.
Abaco, she's from Abaco, man. What are you doing Abaco today?
I want to share, people say, okay, donate this, donate that. What can we eat?
Yes.
And let me go over
and can I just do one more food before we get in there? One more food.
One more do not eat?
Just one more. And because this is one of those sneaky foods, Shenique, I want us as parents to look at ketchup. Yes. We put ketchup on because we're talking sugar. We're talking sugar. I know. Listen, I know. So the thing is, I'm really talking about the children. I'm really talking about the children though, because sugar, ketchup is one of those sneaky foods.
Even organic ketchup?
See, even organic, because it's a sneaky food. And the reason why I said sneak, I'm saying it because it sneaks in a way. Once you remember, tomato is a fruit. It's not a vegetable. So whenever you cook, dehydrate, you refine a fruit, it turns into sugar.
You change the chemical properties of it, yeah.
In addition to that, they add sugar. So always keep in mind, tomato or ketchup as we know it is really just sugar, even if it's organic or not.
Okay,
so
you
if
mean,
there's anything,
once it's processed into ketchup, it's just sugar.
Right, because tomato is a fruit.
Now.
And, well, let me just say one more thing, Owen. And in addition, it has ketchup in there. So I would want to encourage parents, if for anything that you want to take out of the child's diet, let's just look at condiments, one, and ketchup, mainly just take out that there and watch the difference in terms of sugar.
In addition to the sodas and the sweet
yes,
juices.
Absolutely.
And also, so imagine what Shay said about ketchup. And then when you turn it over, the first ingredient is high fructose corn syrup.
Mm-hmm.
The first ingredient on the back of a container is the ingredient that product has the most percentage of.
Yes.
So if it leads with high fructose corn syrup or it leads with sugar, it has more percentage of that than any other ingredient on the back of that label. So that's it lists ingredients by the potency of that ingredient in that product, okay? So let's talk about what can we eat. Number one, we want healthy beans and legumes, because what is beans and legumes?
Yes.
Healthy forms of protein.
Listen, I did...
What did you do the other day?
A lentils
Take
dish
that.
as a side dish. Lentils. Fantastic. Me,
Take
go
that.
ahead on. Just me. I just want to put it out there.
So yeah, man, Shenique can cook. So what is good, right? Listen to this now, because we're
excited.
We're talking about, because people want to know what I can eat. I want to leave with some information. So beans are lean, high quality protein loaded with fiber.
Yes.
So what type of these are the beans you should focus on: black beans, navy beans.
Yes.
Garbanzo beans, which we call chickpeas, soybeans, kidney beans, white beans, pinto beans, and lima beans.
Lentils.
Yeah, lentils, of course.
Yes.
Now, what you do, now let me give you a quick, and I've given this recipe before. You can take, for example, a can of red kidney beans or black beans. Rinse it off if it's in a can. It's better to boil it, but if you've got a can, rinse it off, all that sodium off of it, and you can saute that in a frying pan with onions and peppers and even mushrooms, and you can season it up with herbs, and you can steam that down in a frying pan and serve that as your protein sauce.
Yes.
Okay? It's better than getting protein from meat, which brings the animal fat content in, which is not good for the heart. So those beans can be cooked in a variety of ways. You can even mash them down in a food processor with mushrooms and make patties.
Perfect.
So you can make sandwiches or whatever with it.
Perfect.
Okay, let's talk about whole grains.
Okay.
We're talking about steel cut oatmeal, not that instant stuff, right? 100% whole wheat breads, whole grain pasta, not white pasta, whole grain pasta, brown rice, wild rice,
or black rice.
Black rice, not parboiled,
I love
instant
rice.
or white rice.
Right.
Now, those rice, when you talk about black rice, brown rice, and wild rice, they are complex carbs.
Yes.
You don't eat as much of that as you would regular rice.
Right.
You can eat a half a plate of regular rice
and feel full and satisfied.
But if you eat a quarter plate of the black rice, you'll be just as full because it's a complex carb and it's going to take up space and keep you full longer.
Absolutely.
Let's look at lean proteins. The last thing, salmon, fish, all of our beautiful, wonderful fish, egg whites.
Yes.
The yolk is what's not good. So if you eat eggs every morning and wonder why your cholesterol isn't getting any better, stop eating the yolk.
Yeah.
Take out the yellow, right? Turkey, chicken, pork, beef is all good, nice, but it's how you prepare it. Do not fry. When you fry something, you make it worse than it is. And most studies say that when you have, for example, a fried protein, there are other fried items or brown colored products on that plate, which further enhances the problem. That's why we have such a big problem, because when you go to some of these fast food spots that you sit in the car and eat, everything in the bag is the same color, brown.
My God.
If your plate is brown, you got a problem in your home. Diseases will be knocking on your front door and they want to come and stay with you. They want a room in your house. They want room and board. If your plate is constantly brown, you got a problem.
Dang.
Your plate should be red and green and
And
dark
the
green,
rainbow.
different colors of green,
Yes.
right? Because that shows that you are getting all of these nutrition from these food sources.
Yes, absolutely. Miss Gibson, thank you for holding. Welcome to the conversation. Hi, Miss Gibson.
I am so enjoying this show, and it makes me feel that I'm very educated in the way I eat.
Yes, ma'am.
And I want to say to you guys, 4 years ago when I was diagnosed as pre-diabetic, my doctor told me, always read the label. He says, and never put anything in your cart that says more than 5 grams of sugar. And I don't, okay?
Anything above 5 grams, huh?
Anything above 5 grams, he said, leave it alone. Okay? And I really do like coconut water in the can. People need to be careful with them.
Say that again. Say it again, Miss Gibson.
Coconut, the canned coconut
The canned
water.
coconut water, exactly.
You need to be
Added sugar,
careful
yes.
with it. You need to read
read the
the
label.
grams of sugar.
Yes.
On Saturday, somebody gave me one, and they brought it because they know I don't drink soda. But when I looked on it, it says 29 grams of sugar.
Whoa, yes, it's a huge amount of added sugar.
So you really have to be careful. And talking about the beans, you are so right. You could fix beans in so many ways, and it's, you know, it's a big thing with diabetics, especially. And on Sunday, a week ago Sunday, I had to go to the hospital because I had a terrible fall. They thought I was, you know, worse than I was. And they took my sugar, and I had breakfast that morning and everything. And my sugar was 101, and that is very good.
Very good, yes.
Okay.
Miss Gibson, are you from Grand Bahama?
Yes, ma'am.
This is the 80. She's
Yes,
80 plus.
yes,
she is over 80 years old in Grand Bahama.
I'm going to be 84 in 2 weeks from Friday.
She's going to be 84 in a couple of weeks.
Happy birthday
What
in
a blessing!
advance.
What a blessing!
Thank you.
Yes.
And I really, you know, sometimes people my age or a little younger, the way they eat, it really disturbs me. And they know it disturbs me, you know. They like, my friend, I have a friend who is 77 or 78 years old. I said, when she's eating the white bread, I said, you know, she said, well, I love white bread and her sugar and her Coke, and I love my sodas, okay? But I have not bought juice in 4 years.
Yes.
Very good.
I do not. I have a bottle of ginger ale sitting on my night table. But one night I drank some because I felt like I was getting a sick stomach, and I drank about a half of a glass.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Somebody gave me that. But I don't buy sodas. I don't buy chips. I use raisins sometimes because sometimes for my breakfast I take a little bit of quinoa. Is that
Quinoa,
That's it. Yes, that's it.
Okay, with a handful of raisins, maybe 12 or 14, a banana, and some walnuts.
Yes, Miss Gibson, I want you to call in earlier on next Wednesday so you can share with us some secrets to 84. You know, because Margaret Elizabeth is sending me to a break for the last 3 minutes.
Oh, okay. I'll call you next. You're on next Thursday.
No, next Wednesday. We talk about health.
Oh yeah, it's Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. I'll call early.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much, and have a great week. Remainder of the week. Tisha Smith is watching from Exuma. Says tuned in from Black Point, Exuma. Hello to your panel, especially Owen, my cousin. I'm Derek, Dame's daughter. Love the nutritional information being dispensed. Thank you. Stay close. We're going to take a quick break and come back with more after this.
This summer, you've got to pay the kids' school fees, get your...
As an artist, I travel all over the world, and I find inspiration all around me. From the people, and especially the environment. I love the Bahamas with all its natural beauty. From Abaco in the north to Inagua in the south, and all the wonderful and colorful islands in between. But we must all do our part to keep the Bahamas healthy and clean, now and for the future generations. That's why I want you to find a little time to do your part. I'm doing my part because I care. Do you?
G&M Appliances on Robinson Road has all your air conditioning needs this summer, like the Comfort Star 9000 and 12,000 BTU 13 SEER for just $3.99. Or how about the Comfort Star 18,000 BTU just $5.99? Or how about the Comfort Star 24,000 or 36,000 at the lowest prices possible? We also carry a large selection of air conditioning parts such as fans, compressors, filters, capacitors, or any part you may need. So, call today at 328-2083. We're located on Robinson Road.
I lived in fear for my life. I lived in fear for my children. I lived in fear of how I'd provide for them. I thought that he would change when he promised he would, and I forgave him every time he said that he was sorry. I became devalued as a human being until one day I ceased to exist as one.
Let's talk. Call the Bahamas Crisis Center's free 24-hour hotline at 328-0922. Sometimes a conversation can change a life.
The Saffir-Simpson Hurricane Wind Scale was developed in 1971 by civil engineer Herbert Saffir and meteorologist Robert Simpson, who was the director of the U.S. National Hurricane Center. It was introduced to the public in 1973 and began to be widely used a year later. Inspired by the Richter scale that measures earthquakes, the Saffir-Simpson scale was divided into 5 categories. Originally, the Saffir-Simpson scale also included predicted barometric pressures associated with the various wind speeds, as well as the relative kinds of damage that could be anticipated. However, because those predictions were found to be very inaccurate, just a few years ago, the warning system was changed to include only the wind speeds, which were also adjusted upwards in the higher categories. A Category 1 hurricane has wind speeds between 74 and 95 miles per hour. A Category 2, 96 to 110 miles per hour. A Cat 3, 111 to 129 miles per hour. A Cat 4, 130 to 156 miles per hour. And a Category 5 hurricane will have winds from 157 miles per hour and up. This public service announcement has been brought to you by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas in conjunction with the National Emergency Agency.
Now you can watch the ZNS network of channels absolutely free. That's right, ZNS is now broadcasting 3 separate channels, free to air on Channel 13. One channel has the regular ZNS TV HD programming. One is the Parliamentary channel, and one is the 24/7 television community page. These channels may be accessed simply by attaching either a rabbit ears antenna or an indoor amplified antenna to the RF input connector on the back of your digital television or flat screen TV. Once the antenna is connected, select TV mode and choose Auto Scan, and your TV will automatically pick up Channel 13 at no charge. Once you're on Channel 13, just use the channel selector to go to each of the 3 ZNS free channels. Antennas are available on many sites online. Free TV, ZNS brings it back to you.
Guys, we have several questions going on, several questions. I don't even know how to get to them. Everybody wait till 5:58. I'm not gonna do that. But I'll tell you this, next Wednesday, you don't want to miss it because so many men are suffering with impotence, can't perform for their wives in the bedroom. And then women are having, whether it's from menopause or just, I'll tell you, when the bacteria and the pH balance in your and your sexual organs is a little off, there can be just a whole lot of issues.
Wow.
So we are talking about hormones, how poor health affects you operating fully as a husband or a wife, and how there is help. There is help. There are things you can take to balance things out and to get things going. You don't want to miss next
Bring
Wednesday.
the fire back in your relationship.
Bridget, because you on the phone, Bridget, give Margaret Elizabeth your name, your full name, everything. You win the next one. She wants it for she wants it for her. Yeah, she wants it for her grandson. And so Bridget, please give her, and you will Randolph Bolin and Bridget Williams. By the way, so here's some people want to know, Shenique, the drinks from Bolt House Farms, are they as healthy as they claim to be?
No, they're not.
Turn
them over.
Yeah.
Turn them over and look at the ingredients. You will see that it's not as much as you think. It's
Right.
healthy
Good,
as
better,
it is.
best. They're in the
Yeah,
middle.
they're in the middle.
Cuddy Thomas on this Facebook, on the YouTube streaming says, man, them rice, the black rice, the brown rice, how do you cook those? The funny rice, how
Number
you
one,
cook them?
you put the rice and the water in at the same time. You put it at a boil, and then you turn it down and let it simmer. Follow the instructions on the back of the bag. Very easy.
Stacy, I can't get to anybody else's comments, but Stacy, big hello to you. Big hello to you, Clover Swaby, Portia Newton. Big hello to everybody. Listen, by the way, big hello to you, Dr. Philip Swan. He is the head of the Healthy Bahamas Coalition. Thank you very much, Dr. Swan, for watching today. Stay exactly where you are. The news at 6 is straight ahead.
The views and opinions expressed on this show or program are not a reflection of the Bahamas Radio Network and, as an extension, the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas.
You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.